Welcome back to Strings Attached, our mother-daughter knitting and crafting podcast. I'm Mallory.
I'm Frida.
And today is April 5th.
Day after Easter.
Yeah, we haven't podcasted in a while, so we usually get it done about once a month.
Yeah, it's been 3 or 4 weeks probably, I guess.
Yeah. We talked about trying to do them every 2 weeks, so maybe we'll try to get better. Do them every 2 weeks.
Maybe.
Because I like it when the people I subscribe to put out videos.
I do too.
I'm like, man, they haven't put anything out forever.
Yeah, I know. I do
so
too.
I don't want to like disappoint people. So maybe we'll try to do every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's just with having twins and it's hard to get stuff done. And you feel like, why would we podcast? We don't have anything done, you know?
I know. If you don't have anything to show, I mean, really.
I guess we could just go ahead and make a podcast and just show what we have done. That's what people do. They don't always have FOs. I always feel like I have to have an FO, you know.
We could always show an old one.
That's true. We've got lots of old ones.
Pull up stuff, yeah.
Speaking of, I'm wearing an old one today.
Yeah.
This is an oldie but a goodie. This is Knitting Pure and Simple. It's a men's neck down cardigan. And I just made the size small and it fits great. It's made out of cotton yarn. And
I've always
one of my favorites.
I always got that cotton.
I made it in high school.
Yeah, probably were.
I've had it forever. I love it. It's just red heart cotton yarn and it's great. It washes good and it's comfortable and soft and it's not too hot. It's just a good springtime, fall time sweater.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Pretty color for spring.
Yeah. I have no idea what the color was or anything, but I love it. All right. So, I guess we'll start with FOs. Since I already talked about what I'm wearing, an old FO, why don't you talk about yours because yours is new.
I just finished this and I did not have the pattern ready.
I said, do you have all your stuff ready? Yeah. No.
Well,
anyway, we'll put it in there. I'll put it up there.
I just finished it a while ago. I made one last year in a navy with stars. Same pattern.
It's the same pattern.
Yeah, it's the same pattern. It's
I love that pattern. You gotta make me one.
Plastic around the waist. And I had to take neck. I had to take the elastic up because it was a little down there.
Oh, nice.
Risque. A little bit. And it's double brush cotton, and I think it's a little bit heavy for the ruffles.
Oh, do they hang down too much?
Yeah, they want to stick it out.
Well, it looks good.
So, lots of room in here.
I want one of those shirts. I like the star
one.
one.
It's so comfortable.
I want one. I like the elastic neck thing.
Pick
I
out
don't like anything like just a little bit chokes me.
Yeah, it'd be nice for summer.
Yeah. I knitted this before I knew about the, like, how to bind off in the ribbing. Like, knit one, purl one, bind off. So I just did, like, a knit one, a knit bind off, you know? And it won't give. It won't
give.
So sometimes I'm, like, in it because it won't, like, I can't stretch it. So I have to, like, consciously tell myself, like, I'm not going to choke. I'm not going to stop breathing.
It's not that tight.
I know, but I don't like anything touching my neck. It freaks me out.
Yeah.
So... Okay.
All
right, why don't you finish? You have a lot of FOs, so why don't you finish up?
Oh. I made this since the last podcast. This is for one of Mallory's twins, or either one. They're both wearing it. Yeah. I just made one, and I don't remember what this yarn is either.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'll have to put it in the show notes. It's a stash yarn, but she had, like, 6 skeins of it, and you've never used it for anything.
And I've got enough to make this much more.
Another sweater.
If I wanted to.
For another baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got, little hood. And
it
went really fast. Yeah,
I'll put the pattern up. It's a Knitting Pure and Simple. I think it's just called, like, baby button down cardigan, I think. I've made it a bunch of times. It's been on our podcast a bunch of times.
Yeah. It's got pretty little pink
glitter. Yeah, and you get a good glimpse of that yarn, too. Yeah, oh, it's so pretty. Yeah. So that's what the 9-month size?
Yeah. And it's,
Well, did you do the 6-month and then go up a needle size? That's what you did.
I believe I did.
Because
I did whatever you told me to do.
Right, because, okay, so last year when I was pregnant, I knitted one, and I wanted it to be, like, I don't remember what I wanted it to be, in between 6 and 9, or maybe that pattern,
you wanted it for spring.
That pattern does not have a 9-month size. It has a 6-month and a 12-month.
And a 12 months.
And I wanted it to fit at 9 months, so I made a 6-month and went up a needle size.
Yeah.
And it's so pretty. It's yellow with, like, these, like, bobbles. The yarn, the stripes are green and pink with these bobbles in them.
I think you've shown it before.
Yeah, I have, a long time ago. Like on our second podcast, I think.
I think so, yeah.
So pretty. But I never got another one made.
And I kept saying, we need another little hooded one to go with that one.
Yeah, for Easter time. So then Easter came rolling around and I was like, oh, Mom.
Well,
she was knit me a cardigan because I want to do it right now.
She was in my stash here in the sewing room looking for some collar. Remember
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And she threw out that yarn. She says, here, make Maggie a sweater. So I said, okay.
Yeah, because I wanted one for Easter, but I didn't want to knit it. So she had it done in like 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
It was funny because she watches the girls in the mornings when I go to work. And then Will's mom comes and watches them like at like 11:30, watches them for the afternoon. And she was there one day Liz came one day when Mom was working on that.
Yeah.
And then like 2 days later, we were at Liz's house and Maggie had it on. And she goes, "Is that sweater your mom was making this week?" I said, "Yeah." She was like, "I can't believe she made that sweater that fast." She's like, "Oh, just whipped it out. Just had some yarn laying around. Just made a sweater real quick."
Pretty much.
She was like, "Oh."
But I didn't do any other projects for 3 days either. That was pretty much
Liz,
what I did.
she was like, "Oh, I can't believe she made that sweater." Liz has knitted like one sweater ever, and it took her forever. But it was fingering weight yarn.
Yeah,
she started.
It's pretty though.
She went all out when she made a sweater. Yeah, she went all out.
That looks really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, I don't think we've shown these, but Mallory wanted me to show these. I made 2 little stuffed animals. I don't have this pattern out either. But I can get it. You talk about it.
I will put the pattern.
Here, you talk about
it.
And I'll get the pattern.
Oh, okay. So what am I talking about?
Just tell them about it.
So I saw this pattern at Joann's when I was pregnant, and I was like, I definitely can't sew like this. And I was, was like, Mom, you should make those, because the girls' room it's all foxes. I was like, you should make those. And so we picked out the fleece, the coral colored fleece, and Mom made these for the girls for Christmas. Look at the tail on the raccoon. Oh, it's a little rick-rack. So these have been in the girls' cribs since Christmas, and they
love them.
Love them.
They hug them all
I don't
the
know
time.
what it is about them, but they're kind of flat and they're just soft. They're just that fleece, and
they pick them up.
Yeah, they
do this. They can pick them up with their hands like this, and they look at them and look at the eyes,
and then they'll like lean down like that and kiss them, and they chew on the ears
and the eyes and everything. I mean, it's all sewn on. There's nothing they can get off.
It's cute because they'll wake up in the mornings. They're cute. They wake up in the mornings. And they just I can hear them in there. They don't cry. They just talk in their beds. They're awake, and Alice sits up. Maggie can push up, but she can't quite sit up yet. But Alice sits up and she'll crawl around. I have 4 or 5 stuffed animals. My nose is just so bad. We have the windows open, and I think my allergies are flaring up. But she'll crawl around all corners and get all our stuffed animals. So then when I finally get myself out of bed, I go in there and get them. She's sitting there, and sometimes she'll have the stuffed animal, and she'll scream. She's so excited, but it's just cute how they love them so much.
I was surprised they liked them because
oh, they love them.
You never know when
they're not bright and flashy.
They're just soft.
Yeah, but
soft and cuddly.
Yeah, they don't need bright and flashy.
And it is Simplicity R10402. It's this little one. So
the only one
fox and the
I haven't made is the teddy bear one.
It looks like a boy.
It wouldn't have to. So does the raccoon.
That's true.
So anyway, show.
Okay, so for
the
Easter,
new ones,
I'm all the grandkids, little grandkids, great grandkids, I guess, basically, and 2 grandkids got bunnies.
Twin grandbabies.
Yeah, most of the kids that I got bunnies for were great grandkids.
Oh,
so anyway, I wanted to make Alice and Maggie something, so I made the bunny pattern.
Oh, so
and
cute.
One has pink. And I didn't know exactly what ribbon, so I just stuck these on there to see if she liked them.
I love them.
I've got to
What happened to that purple one today? It looks a little mangled.
I don't know.
It's upside down. I wonder if it got untied and it got...
probably did. It's tied it back. But I'm going to...
sew it down.
Sew it down.
It needs to look like this one. Look how pretty this one looks. That one's it looks like
that's the reason I got to sew it down.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're just alike, basically. Their
so
eyes are a little bit different.
But look, they look like feminine. They look like they have little eyelashes.
Yeah,
and then look at the little cottontail. Oh, show it.
This one especially has got the eyelashes.
Oh, I love it. I love the cottontail.
So they're fun to make. They're not very hard to make at all. And the fleece stuff.
The girls love them.
I mean,
it just holds up so well. I haven't washed these. I have thrown these just in the washer with their clothes. Just washed them.
Yeah.
And then they just come out looking fresh.
No, it's just fleece.
Yeah, because they just get spit up on and stuff in the bed. So anyway, so cute. So cute.
And I did finish.
You almost had it finished last time.
But I got the border on.
So this is my blanket.
Let me see the border.
Yeah.
Got the border on. It wasn't too hard. It was
I put a link to the border in our last episode. So if you're curious, because it looks ribbed, but it's crochet, and it wasn't that hard.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't near as hard as the one you did on the.
But it's all done. Look how pretty it is.
She's been using it. She just
every night. It was supposed to be for Christmas, but I was like, I'm not waiting. I'm sorry.
It really looked nice for March because of...
Yeah. And I've already washed it once. It got
Oh,
spit
you
up.
really?
Yep. It's got spit up on already, so I had to wash it, and it washed up great.
And what kind of yarn was this? I forget.
This was Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn.
Yeah.
In various greens. I don't know. Just an acrylic. But it's a soft acrylic. It's not like a itchy, scratchy one.
It's not balled up yet.
No. I don't think it will.
Well,
I think it's
maybe
nice.
That's the type of yarn we need to make
real
things
soft.
with. Acrylic. If it doesn't ball up.
Like the baby blankets. I love it. It's
Mm-hmm.
real like heavy, but
Weighted.
like it's not hot. Like I lay under it and it doesn't like a fleece blanket like makes me burn.
Well, since it's crochet, I think air goes through it.
Yeah, but you know how some crochet blankets are like lacy and they're not comfortable to lay underneath. They have
Oh,
holes and your
yeah.
fingers get stuck. This isn't like that. This is just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
It's a good pattern.
I love it and it looks really pretty like draped over my chair.
Yeah.
I love it so
It's
much.
Daisy Farm Craft.
Daisy Farm Crafts, yeah. Based on a Daisy Farm Crafts.
Just a bigger one.
Yeah, okay. So that's all your FOs, right?
I think it is.
Okay, so I only have, well, this old one, but I only have 2 new ones. And I hadn't talked about them or anything. I just, on a whim, decided to make them. So these are, the designer is Repeat Crafter Me. And her patterns, I think, are all free. So I saw these on, I saw the Valentine's Day one on Instagram and, like, loved it immediately. And I sent it to Mom. I'm like, oh my gosh. I kind of wanted, like, her to make it because at the time, I really didn't want to crochet anything. I always, like, want stuff that's crocheted, but I'm like, oh, I don't want to crochet.
I said, make it yourself.
You did. I'm always, like, trying to get her to make stuff. So, anyway, I don't know. She was crocheting these blankets, and I kind of got going, like, I kind of, like, got the itch. Like, oh, man, Mom's crocheting. Like, okay, I think I want to. So I went back to the pillow. So it's Repeat Crafter Me, like I said. She has an Instagram page. If you don't, if you've never heard of her, you should follow her on Instagram. I think it's just at Repeat Crafter Me. Anyway, this is the llama pillow, and she put this out for Valentine's Day. But I didn't get it done at Valentine's Day, so I made it as an Easter present for my girls. So here's my version. So it turned out, I mean, pretty close. Hers is huge. I just crochet so tight.
Yeah, you do.
So I used the same weight yarn and the same size crochet hook that she called for. And her pillow is 15 by 15. Mine's about 8 by 8.
It might
maybe
be
9.
Maybe 9 by 9.
And she also used a pillow form. That's why hers looks nice and like square. And we just stuffed ours. Mom stuffed this one. She did a pretty good job. The one I stuffed looks pretty wonky, but it doesn't matter.
No, it looks fine.
Yeah, the girls like them, and Maggie likes these little, these are like loose little tassels. She like,
oh, she feels.
Oh, look at my fingernail. That looks really good. Maggie likes to feel those, and because these are all like sewn down, so they're like textured, you know. So anyway, here's my llama, and then for Easter, she put out. Oh, I'm holding it. She put out a bunny pillow one. And it's supposed to be the same size, 15 by 15. And it's all just red heart yarn. And I just bought red heart yarn, too. Just whatever, acrylic yarn. Oh, so here's mine. So, I mean, it turned out, I was pretty proud of it. But I stuffed this one myself, and it's pretty lopsided. Look at all of its, like, lumps.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The girls just play on them. And
you probably couldn't have found a pillow that size anyway.
No, that's why I just decided, why even bother? I'll just stuff them, you know. So, but they're like
nice.
Trying to make it, I don't know. Anyway, it's cute.
Yeah, I thought it turned out really cute.
Yep. So those are my only FOs. I had fun making those, but I'm done with crochet for a while again. I go through little spurts and then I don't want to do it for a while. I do want to make a Afghan. You're making me want to make one, but I mean,
which pattern?
I don't know. I just want to make a big project.
Yeah.
But then I'll get like 3/4 of the way done and I won't want to finish
You'll probably say, Mom, would you finish this? Yeah. But I crochet a lot different than that.
It won't work.
No, it won't.
I'll have to finish it. So, or maybe I'll get it done. You can put the border on.
Oh.
I hate borders.
Oh.
So, you sound thrilled.
Well,
don't worry. I'm not going to start one anytime soon.
I was going to say, I've got several after.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to start.
That's okay.
But it kind of makes me want to watching you do it. So, I'll just live through you, I guess.
It's kind of like making a big sweater and you get to the sleeves or
Sleeve Island.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't want to finish it. And the Afghan is like you get a half or a little over halfway, you're all excited, and then you've got the other whole half to do of the same thing.
Yeah, it just goes on and on and
goes on and on.
And I crochet so tight that it like hurts me kind of.
Yeah, she holds her hand.
But I can't not do it. So, and I've tried to loosen up and I can't. So it almost makes me have like a neck ache to crochet. So that's why I like to do just small pellet. I know, but I want to.
Well, you could do, well, we'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay.
The knitted one.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I want to knit a blanket, though.
Okay.
Okay, anyway. All right, so that's all for FOs.
Yep.
I don't think we have, let me see here. I actually made show notes today. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, that's it. So, okay. Let's go to whips then.
Whip away.
So, I'm still working on, I kind of wanted to have this done by our next podcast, but I got sidetracked, so I didn't get it done. But
she made pillows.
Made pillows, and I also started another sweater, so, you know, that's how it goes. So this is my Bean and Olive Grown Up. It's the Bean and Olive by Andrea Mowry, Bean and Olive Grown Up. And I'm making it in the same color scheme that she's using. So last time I think literally just like right here. So I have knitted that much. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
And I'm not that far away from having the body done. I will definitely have...
It's not a real long sweater.
No, and I mean, I'm only, I don't know, maybe an inch or two away from putting the binding or the ribbing on the bottom.
Oh.
So I will have at least the body done and probably at least one sleeve done by our next podcast.
Yeah.
If we do it in 2 weeks, I probably won't have the whole sweater done.
Yeah, you might. Depends on how much you knit
on
that versus your
I know,
sweater.
but I'm kind of gung ho on the other one right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's different. Something different, you know. So anyway, but yeah, I made a lot of progress on this. So the yarn is, the gray yarn is Swish DK by KnitPicks in Dove Heather. And the pink yarn is a hand-dyed yarn by Yarn Cafe Creations. And she's based out of Utah. This is Strawberry Shortcake. It's 100% superwash merino wool, and it's DK. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, this is like, I'm so proud of this yarn because I don't buy hand-dyed yarn very much. So I'm really proud of it. I bought 2 skeins. And I don't even need hardly any of one skein to do this sweater. So I'll have tons of it left, and I don't know what I'll do.
Well, you're going to use the hearts for the girls.
I know, but I don't think I'll ever even get into my second skein.
Well, it'll be
for these sweaters.
It'll be color work.
I'll have it for color work. Yeah, like whatever.
It.
Or just to look at, because it's so, I just like it all hanked up. And
yeah.
I just want to put it on my shelf, you know, like just have it on my shelf.
Yeah, I wonder sometimes
as a decoration.
Some of the podcast people, they have all those cubby holes behind them, and they have all that yarn. Some of them aren't shops.
No, they just like to buy yarn and then they use it as a decoration. Instead of having like pictures on their wall, they have yarn.
Oh,
that's their decorations.
Yeah, they buy specials and stick her up there.
One day I'll have a she shed, and maybe this will be part of my decoration because I don't know if I ever want to use it because it's so pretty. Anyway, yeah, very happy with this. It's gorgeous. It was so the color work was just so fun. It's just fun. It's hearts and it's just fun. You know, it's just it's not like, it's not serious. It's just a fun, happy-go-lucky, fun time.
I do have another color work started, but I'm not into the color work. I haven't done anything on it. That gray one.
Oh, the gray that you bought off me?
Mm-hmm. But I just not.
You haven't worked on that at all, have you?
No.
Oh, okay. One day you'll get back to that. You got lots of things to do.
Yeah.
So, okay. And then my other whip is my, whoops.
You talked about this, I think.
Yeah, I did. Well, I hadn't started it, though.
No, I know. You talked about the pattern.
Yeah, so this is Goose by Heidi. I don't know if it's Kirrmaier or Kirrmaier.
I don't know where the Goose name comes from.
I have no clue, but it's cool. So I like the Weekender sweater by Andrea Mowry, and Mom's made 2 of them. And I kind of wanted to make one, but it's so boxy, and I don't know. I probably would like it. I'll probably end up making one day. Anyway, so I saw this one, and it's very similar. It has that same like seam that goes down the front, and it reminds me of the Weekender, except for this has a turtleneck, which I like turtlenecks in the winter. So anyway, I thought, well, maybe I'll just make that. It'd be something different because, you know, we don't want to keep making the same old sweater. Well, not that the Weekender is the same old sweater, but we don't want to make the same thing over and over and over. So
yeah, it's fun.
I thought, I'll make this. Different. And the Weekender, I'm not sure if the Cascade 220 yarn that I had would be the right, like, gauge for it. It might need to be a bigger yarn. Anyway, so whatever. Let's off subject. So anyway, this is where I got. So this is a weird construction, and I'm really like glad that I started it because I've never made anything like this, and it's like challenging my brain.
Are you on the sleeve?
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm using my, I feel like I'm like putting my knitting experience to work. Like I'm using my like knowledge of knitting, and it makes me real proud of myself because I'm like, I understand this.
Well, you learned a new cast on.
Well, I know. And I also like the way that this is constructed is weird. And I've never knitted anything like it. So like I said, I'm just kind of like, I'm real proud. I read the pattern and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I get it. Whereas I would never like if you're a beginner knitter, do not try to knit Goose, because you will not. You need to knit a top down raglan because like this. Because if you've never knitted an adult sweater, don't. This is different. This is weird. Don't try to make this. So it is knitted from the middle over. Like instead of your seams running like vertical, or your stitches, your rows and stuff running vertical, they run sideways. So you start in the middle with a provisional cast on. So I had to learn provisional cast on, which if you want to try to do that, I recommend the Very Pink Knits tutorial. It was really good to follow. So you make a crochet chain, and then you cast on into your crochet stitches. So when you like want to go back to like re-knit these, to do something with these, you just rip, you like, I don't know, you pick up your, I'm sure you pick your stitches up, and then you rip your crochet chain out, and then you have these live stitches that you can just work and go the other direction with. So you do that for all four. You've got 4 panels, like the front right, or the front left, the front right, and the back too. So yeah, you start in the middle, and then you do like make ones and make your neck shaping. And then you get to the top of the sleeve, and you do the back. Like, so I think you start with the, what side is this? This is the right front. So you start with the right front, and then you make the right back. And then when you get to the top of the sleeve, you put them together. You just like, you like knit. Okay, whatever. Anyway, you put them together. Okay. So at the top, they're joined by this like shoulder seam. And then you...
I don't even see a seam. I mean, that looks like where you...
It's not a seam. It's like, it's just, they're just together. I don't know. It's weird how it like came together. Like I'm saying, like it's weird. It's constructed weird. But of the way that the fact that I figured it out, I was so proud of myself. So anyway, you get to the top of the shoulder and you put it all together, and then you work for a while until you get it like as wide as your body, as wide as you want it to be. And then you tie off the body stitches and put those to the side and do the sleeve, which is totally opposite of what you do for a top-down sweater. You always tie off the sleeves and finish the body. So for this, you get the sleeve done, and then you like, I'm going to go back and it says to graft the 2 sides together. So I've never grafted before, so that'll be fun. You take a needle and like,
it's not like mattress stitch or anything.
I don't know. I've never done it. I just watched Roxanne Richardson's tutorial on it last night just to kind of see what I was getting myself into. And I think I can do it, but it's definitely, I'm going to have to concentrate. But I'm just like trying to challenge myself. Yeah. So anyway, I have my front and back panels done on the right side. I'll get my right sleeve done. And then I'm assuming I do the exact same thing for the left. And then you go back on these provisional cast-ons, and I think you're going to like 3-needle bind off or something. The front and left, or the right and front left. I'm so sorry. It's confusing. I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
It's okay.
Anywho, this is where I'm at.
So it's got a really wide bottom ribbing, doesn't it?
Well, the pattern doesn't. So I'm a little bit nervous because I didn't know. It said you could cast on more stitches than it called for if you wanted it to be longer. But of course I didn't make a swatch, so I was like, I'm just going to do it with the pattern. I'm just going to make it to pattern and see what happens. So I think it's going to be a little short for me because I'm tall. So I'm going to probably make my ribbing at the bottom longer than it calls for. I think it calls for maybe like 2 or 3 inches. I'll probably do 3 or 4 inches. And then when I block it, I'll make sure that I try to make it long. Because the sweater, it like on her,
it looks long.
It's long. And I want it to be like that. See how it fits her? I kind of want it to fit like that. So, and right now it's definitely not going to be long like that on me. It's going to be shorter. Like more like just a normal length sweater.
Yeah.
So that dog wants in here. Let her in before she barks. So anyway, when I block it, I'm hoping that I can stretch it out because wool usually stretches a little bit when you block it, so I think it'll be okay. But anyway, the yarn I'm using is just a Cascade 220, the non-superwash. And this was a closeout color that they're not making anymore called Aquamarine. So I got it pretty cheap. So I had all the yarn before I ever knew what I was going to use it for. I just bought a sweater's quantity. And so that's what I'm making. So it'll be really pretty for next Christmas.
That's the yarn that we found on sale.
Yeah.
I got the pink and you got the green.
Yeah. So, anywho.
Yeah.
There's that. Stuff. Yeah, and those are my only whips right now. I want to start my girls, the bean and olives for them, but I'll probably at least try to get one of my sweaters done first, and then...
Yeah, I think you should get at least your...
I have another sweater for myself to start, too, so we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it for me. Oh, that dog stinks really bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It smells like rotten eggs. No, it smells like rotten eggs.
You don't have to.
That's horrible.
Okay. I am on one of the Afghans that I said I was going to make, and it is this one. Can't open the pattern at all. Knitted with large needles, 11s, I think.
Yep.
And I did this part, and I had all the white, this natural up here, and some of this made. And I noticed that I had done this in garter.
Oh, that's what this instead of stockinette.
Instead of stockinette, I ripped it all out and start again. So now I've got it back up to where I had it.
All right, back to square one.
Back to square one. It's backtracking.
You hate backtracking.
I hate backtracking.
That's one of our hates.
I hate backtracking. I have some hates, and that's one of them. And I'm going to show Anker.
Oh, Anker Summer.
Yeah.
I haven't showed this for months.
So Mallory said, you need to just whip that out because that's a summer thing.
And it's stockinette in the round. Wow, you have really done a lot.
I was just, when I started since our last podcast, I think I had just got it on the sleeves. So I did all that much. It takes forever. The yarn to me is little.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stitches. There's 120.
It's probably white DK.
Probably.
Oh, it's really it's really nice.
It is Sarasota Cascade yarn. I don't think they say if it's DK or not, but I'm pretty sure it's DK.
It looks like it.
Cotton.
I don't remember the colorway either.
I don't either. Oh, well. Anyway, I'm going to town. This is what I'm picking up right now. This and the Afghan. Those two things is what I'm trying to work on, basically.
You shouldn't have to think about that. It's just stockinette for a long time. So at least that's...
Yeah, I don't have to think about it. Yeah, I can... Well, I can kind of watch TV and do it. And the other night, I noticed I'd done a round, and I thought, that looks funny. And I tried to make it look right. Yeah. And I did another half row. Yeah. And I looked back and said, that's not going to work. So I had to rip out a whole thing and a half. One stitch at a time.
I hate ripping out.
And there's a couple of places that it's like, But anyway.
You've had that yarn for over a year, so you're just like happy to get something done with it. I was like that when I did that provisional cast on. I think I cast it on 3 times before I finally got it right. I'd get it on there and I look at it and I think,
yeah, I tried
something weird about that.
I tried that.
And then I would knit a row and I'm like, this isn't right. It's not going. And it was right in the middle of the sweater. It's not like I could just let it be like that, you know. Hate ripping out.
Yeah, I tried that. It's on our Halloween.
Oh yeah, the Bregney. You were gonna make the Bregney.
I was gonna make that one, and I tried a couple of times, and I thought, no, this is no.
Well, I know how to do it now. So
yeah, I still like that sweater. So, like you said, maybe I could use my pink for that.
Yeah, if it's the right weight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We should have made hot tea.
Yeah, we should.
She's like, we didn't get our hot tea. I'm like, oh, it's okay, because it's night right now, and I didn't want to necessarily drink hot tea right now, but I can't stop yawning. I probably should have.
Oh, that's all my whips.
All your whips?
Well, unless I want to, don't want to show that little dress.
Okay, so did you talk about the yarn for, okay, you talked about the yarn for the Anker, but did you talk about what the yarn was for Laura's?
Oh,
BERNAT.
It is, this.
BERNAT Softy Chunky. What's the colors, does it say? Redwood Sequoia?
Yeah, and there's a true gray and another type of gray. I think this one's true gray. This is gray heather and true gray.
The dark gray.
And then just natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty.
That's the yarn for that one.
Well, I guess we can go on to acquisitions and future knits then. Because we both have a really cool acquisition.
We have a funny, kind of a funny acquisition.
What? Oh. Yeah, I talked about that one.
A friend of mine, she called me and she said that her son, a co-worker, was moving and she had 2 big bags of yarn. And if you want them, you know, she didn't want to just give them, she wanted to give them to somebody that might use them. So anyway, 2 huge trash bags of yarn.
But they were all like big red heart skeins.
They were, and they were older, you know, where they had them for a while. If you know how red heart kind of gets that crunchy. Super Saver gets a little bit crunchy. But anyway, I mean, still some of it would be really nice for people that do crafty things. And I have a lady I'm going to call. I just haven't yet.
Stockings and
so anyway, this felt really nice. It's real soft, and there's 2 of them.
So a baby sweater.
Maybe a baby sweater.
So it's let me see it.
Yeah. It's pink.
Red Heart Eco Ways.
It's petal.
Petal?
It's the colorway.
Oh, okay. But yeah, there's 186 yards in each one of these, and it's worsted weight. So.
And it still feels really soft. There was just 2 of them.
Yeah, it will definitely make a baby sweater, and it'll be a cute baby sweater too.
You could definitely tell. Some of her yarn, it was Red Heart type. Wasn't it from Hershey?
Yeah.
Anyway, it looked like she had bought a African quantity. But like a lot of us, you know, there it is.
Yeah.
Just didn't get it done.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's fun to buy.
We kept these.
Yeah, we'll make a baby sweater.
I'm hoping the other lady will. And if the other lady that I'm thinking about doesn't want them, she knows people that uses a lot of yarn.
Nursing home.
And then also, yes, nursing homes like them.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my goodness, you guys. I need some coffee. Okay, so let's talk about our exciting acquisition. Okay. So, we were watching Knitting Posse a couple episodes of theirs ago. And then, I think Kate, right? Is it Kate?
I think. The one that's in the upper right corner of my screen.
She's got the short blonde hair. She had on this Autumn League pullover by 2 of Wands. And I thought that looks really comfortable and cute. So it's got this like sweatshirt little V thing in the front. I'm not sure what that's really called. But anyway, it's like made to look like a sweatshirt. And it's made out of cotton yarn.
It's raglan, isn't it?
Yes, it's raglan. And so I have this sweater made out of cotton yarn. And it's like my all-time favorite. I love it. And Mom has always wanted to make cotton. So I was like, let's make that sweater.
Well, I'm making a cotton anchor, but that's...
Yeah, but that's not cotton. That's like a cotton nylon or something.
Yeah, something.
So anyway, I thought we should make that. So I downloaded the pattern, and it calls for Lion Brand's cotton jeans yarn, 100% cotton. So I found that I couldn't find it at like Joann's or Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Yeah. I had to look on Lion Brand.
They have had jeans.
Gosh, this is ridiculous. I'm embarrassed about how much I'm yawning.
Don't do that. It makes me yawn.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not bored. I promise I'm not bored. I'm tired. So anyway, we got on there and I ordered I think the pattern is actually written in this color. This is called Gray Fade and yours is called,
I don't know where you see that.
Deep Indigo. Oh. So anyway, here it is. So Lion Brand cotton jeans, and it's just man, that is looking very light, but it's more of a charcoal gray. And then Mom's is like a dark navy indigo, and it's like this heathery,
yeah, mine looks
that looks more
like a dark gray in my basket here because of the lighting. It's getting dark outside now.
Yeah, it is. And we have the overhead light off in here because it was like beaming down on our foreheads and making us look stupid. So anyway.
So
we each have a sweater's quantity of this.
I said, well, if you make one, we should make one together.
Yeah.
Like a cow.
So her and I are going to, like, between us, we're going to do a cow between us. So we thought, well, maybe we should try to do a cow. So we have over 300 viewers now, which is awesome. And we've never really done a cow before. I've never even participated in a cow, except for I am going to be doing, and Andrea Mowry is doing a cow right now. I'm going to submit my bean and olive into her cow. But I don't really know how to do it. But if you are watching and you're a knitter and you would like to knit along with us and make the Autumn League pullover, it's going to be I think it's going to be a pretty easy knit because it's raglan and I believe it's top down. And those are the easiest sweaters to make. So,
and we'll have to give them time because it'll take me time.
Oh, me too. Yeah. So we're just talking about it.
Yeah.
So we'll just talk about it right now. But anyway, if you're a viewer and you'd like to do this with us, let us know. Let's say if we get 5 people.
That's plenty.
Interested in it.
Yeah.
Then we'll say, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And then
we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, her and I are knitting it anyway. So if you want to knit along with us, we'll make it an official KAL, and I'll like figure out how to let people enter. Like we'll use
you have to do the hashtag on the Instagram.
Well, yeah, we'll do Instagram or like Ravelry or both or something in a way that you can enter it. And I'll just like have to figure out how to do that. But if we get, let's say if we get 5 people that comment on here on our YouTube on this video's comments and tell me if you're interested in it, and then I will, if we get 5 people, I'll figure that out, and then we'll talk about on our next podcast what happens. What we decide. So, okay, hold on. If you watch this podcast like way in the future, you're going to miss this. So, it is April 5th, 2021 right now. So, by the next podcast, which will be like 2 to 3 weeks from now, we will decide if we're doing this or not. And we'll tell everybody when to start. So,
and to end.
Yeah, if you watch this next year, you're not, you missed it.
I mean, it may take 6 months.
For you to make that sweater?
No, I guess not. 3 months.
Well, okay, we'll figure that out. So I'm thinking
spring, fall.
I'm thinking we'll start it. We'll have to give people time if they want to like order this yarn. We'll have to give them time. So if we don't podcast again for 2 weeks, then maybe we'll start like June 1st.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I've got stuff I can make, and so do you.
Oh, yeah.
I can hold on to this yarn until then.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know that, though. We'll get all those details.
Yeah, we won't start either until we decide.
Yeah, but we'll give everybody plenty of time to get yarn and plenty of time to like prepare themselves, get other things finished up if they actually want to start this sweater with us. And then we'll figure out, I'll kind of maybe give people like 4 months to make the sweater or something.
3 or 4.
But I already have a large quantity of yarn that is same dye lot that I would give away as a prize. So if we get enough people and, you know, we do this KAL thing, I have a really cool price.
Cool. Great. Yeah.
So I bought the yarn at our local yarn shop. I just bought it on a whim. I didn't have anything in mind for it. But they kind of are a small yarn shop, so they don't have a lot of large quantities of the same stuff. They have like 2 or 3 skeins of each thing. So it was the only thing I could find there that they had like a large quantity in. So it's self-striping. It's really pretty. It would be a beautiful shawl, but I'm not a shawl knitter. Yeah. I don't knit shawls very often.
We're not shawl wearers very much.
No. So it's kind of a cotton yarn, and it's like a pink and purple
that's pretty
thing, and it would make a beautiful blanket for a kid too.
Yeah, it would.
That's why I had in mind to use it for. But it's just, I'm not like,
you're not.
It's not on my like plan for the future. So I would be willing to give it away. It's nice yarn. Yeah. And it'd be a really nice prize. So if that encourages you, I have some really pretty yarn to give away. I don't have it to show. I should have brought it. I didn't think about that.
Well, next time.
I showed it on the Halloween podcast, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that was the podcast I showed it on. So anyway, if you want to look at that yarn, it's on that podcast. Cool. Our podcast has a big jack-o'-lantern in the back, so it's easy to tell which one's that one. So okay, so there's that. I just wanted to throw that out there. If we get 5 people interested, we'll do it. We'll call it an official KAL. Strings attached first, KAL. So that's fun. So
Joy, BERNAT and Viv Mom, they have a new sew along, but they don't call them KALs, but they're just sew along.
Well, it's because it's knit along.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know what they call it other than sew along. I don't know. Anyway, it's a sundress.
Okay.
Thought that was
you gonna do
cool. I might. I don't wear sundresses.
I do. You make me one.
Well, good. I could wear it and then wear a little thing over it.
You could knit yourself a little.
I could.
And cardigan.
I love patterns.
Oh gosh.
And she says, "Oh, Mom, you downloaded another pattern." I mean, what are you gonna do with all these patterns? Well, I have 2 crochet, those little
cardigan things.
No, what are they called?
Like a wrap.
They got a name. They're just a little half sweater that comes here and comes, just a
shrug.
They're shrug patterns. And I even bought white yarn for one of them.
Well, there you go.
So that's something that could happen.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
So anyway, it's cool. I mean, I have entered 2 2 or 3 of the sew-alongs.
It's fun.
It's fun. And it's just Instagram. And you go on their Instagram and you hashtag it.
I got scared.
That's my sister. So
Gail, she'll call you back.
Yeah, Gail. Call you right back.
So, okay.
Okay, and I have this acquisition.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
We're doing acquisitions.
Okay.
I forgot what we were on acquisition.
Isn't that what we're on?
Yes, I just forgot sidetracked.
Okay, that's okay. I have a wedding. My granddaughter's getting married in June. And I'm going to make this dress. I might wear it and I might not.
She won't wear it, but okay.
Okay.
How many wet dresses have you made for weddings and never wore them?
I eventually wear them somewhere. Anyway, this is the pattern. It is Butterick B655.
Butterick. There's no W in that.
Okay.
You always say Butterwick.
I do. It's Butterick. Anyway, B6554.
Butter.
B954. Okay. That's from me, y'all. I'm sorry. That's really aging me. Anybody my age knows what that is. Okay, so I think I'm just going to
not your first Yeehaw reference on this podcast.
No, I know it. I still watch it. It's still on.
I know.
It's 50 years old or something, and it's still on, and I still watch it.
It's unfortunate.
I know it is. But this probably the short length with just it's a little wrap
the knee
dress.
length one.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
I
cute.
kind of like this one, but Mallory says probably not.
I'm not really a fan of the long. I know it's not popular right now, but you won't wear it. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, there's a sundress I could make.
I don't like that either.
Okay.
You definitely won't wear that.
No, I wouldn't wear that. But I probably would wear this. And if I don't wear it to the wedding, I will wear it to church or something. Okay, so here's my fabric.
Pretty.
It's purple. The
That's
wedding's,
really pretty.
the wedding's purples.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Gosh, my nose is just
you know, sometimes you make something that turns out. And
that's really pretty.
Sometimes you make something and it doesn't.
I know. Just put your all into it and don't skimp.
Yeah, don't skimp.
Yeah. Like on your seams and stuff. Get your, what's this thing over here
I've got to get my serger threaded properly.
I almost called it a surge protector.
Yeah. I wish I'd had it today for this blouse, and I didn't want to stop. And
that's pretty though. That's not a dress you're wearing to a wedding, and it looks
I'm
good.
just wearing this for every day. I just made it to wear.
Yeah. Okay, acquisitions, you done?
I think I might be.
Okay, well, I'm sure she's got more stuff, but
I don't know.
Okay, so for me, I don't have any more yarn acquisitions, but so I have my Anker sweater, the purple one. I made it out of Cascade 220 Superwash Merino, and I wore it like all winter, 2 or 3 times a week, and it balled up on me. So because I would like wear it, and it balled up. So I was trying to figure out ways to get rid of the pills. So I looked up and I read about these sweater stones. So I ordered this one, I think just on Amazon. I don't even know what the brand is. Sweater Stone Incorporated. So it's like a charcoal, almost like...
Is it for wool?
Yeah, it's like I don't think so. Anyway, it's this charcoal thing, and you like rub it across the sweater, and it feels like you're like tearing it up. Just like, oh, it feels awful to do. But it does take a lot of the pills off. But it didn't take all the pills off. Like it needed, I need more.
Was that a wool sweater?
Yeah, I just said.
I know.
It was that
I'm
merino.
thinking, would it work on my acrylic?
Yeah, try it here.
Okay.
The only thing I don't like about that sweater stone, other than the fact that it did not totally get all the pills off, it helped, but it didn't get them all, is that it leaves a charcoal behind. It leaves like a dust. So I had like these little sandy, I had like sand all over my dining room table. Yeah, don't dust it into my bag. You can see my pills that are left behind on there. So I didn't like that. So if you're going to do it outside. Okay. And then you'll have to shake and dry. Probably throw the sweater in the dryer and get rid of all that. Because it left sand all over my dining room table. Wow. Yeah, okay. So I did not care for that very well. So I looked more into it. And I heard about this on the Fleece and Harmony podcast. They talked about this gleaner. So I ordered a gleaner. That's the name brand. And I think I just ordered this on... They sell them at Hobby Lobby, but I ordered mine on Amazon, I think. Anyway, look, here's this one. Fuzzballs, bring it on. So I have not tried it yet. I have not...
I should have done it while we sat here.
I know, but it's really cool looking.
Goodness sakes.
So you've got like this little, I don't know, felty thing, and then it's got all these attachment tools that you put on this, and I haven't read to see like which attachment you use for what and blah blah. I just got this, so I haven't really, but it's heavy duty. It feels really cool. It's like $20. And
is that the side that you do?
I don't know. There's a little instructions on. I haven't read it, so
it doesn't look anything like I thought it was gonna.
I know. So anyway, Gleaner, stay tuned. Stay tuned for the review on if that works for my pills.
Cool.
So you can try the sweater stone, because I didn't like it that well. I just didn't like the way it left all the stuff behind.
Okay.
I didn't care for that.
Well, I can use your Gleaner.
Well, try that first.
I will.
You might. Well, I guess
we need to try it on acrylic anyway to see how.
Yeah.
It goes.
I mean, personally, I just didn't like it, so because it left behind stuff, and I don't like that. So anyway, but acquisition, yeah, I'm almost done. And then Mom got me this for Easter. So it looks like a cute little bunny, and I think it looks like knitted, maybe. Is that knit? Or is that like, what is that?
Know. It's machine knitted, whatever.
It's not knit. I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter. Anyway, but look. It's a measuring tape. So it's one of those like retractable, you push the little button, you know. Isn't that so cute? So anyway, it doesn't need another measuring tape. So those are all my acquisitions. And okay, so we talked about our 300 subscribers, and oh, I wanted to mention, so Liz, Will's mom, tried on her sweater for me the other day.
Oh,
it looks so good on her.
Oh, good.
It fits her so cute.
Oh, cool.
I was worried it was going to be like
big a little,
but it's not even like it fits her perfectly. It looked great on her, and she likes to wear it like all the way buttoned up, so it doesn't even like flap open or anything. It fit her really. It looked really good on her.
Great.
She really likes it, so she came down and like modeled it for the whole family. So I just wanted to mention that because I had talked about many times on here that I'd worried it was going to be big, but it fit her great. So that made me really happy.
It was a beautiful sweater.
And then
I could do another Felix.
Yeah, and I love that yarn. Well, the Andes, the tweed. Oh, that's so pretty. I might have to get that for me one of these days.
It knits well.
And then I wanted to, so another one of my things that, you know, people have worn, or my babies wore their little knitted like tutu dresses that I made last year. They wore those to Easter. It wasn't the first time they'd worn them. I've had them on them a couple times, but.
You ought to put up that little picture of that Macy sent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of them wearing them. So, that wasn't an Easter, though. That was a picture from a while ago.
Oh, it was?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought maybe it was on Saturday.
No, I think you just must have not looked at your Instagram in a while. Because she posted that a couple weeks ago.
Oh, well, it didn't.
Because I seen that you commented on it.
Well, it popped up at the top.
Yeah, you probably just hadn't seen it in a while.
Okay.
But anyway, they wore them, and they were supposed to fit them at 12 months. Well, I probably got my gauge like way too small or something, and they're fitting them right now. So and they're 9 months old.
That's the way it is, though, usually. Especially, I mean, Alice is, you know, a lot of little babies, if they're 9 months, they wear a year. If they're a year, they wear 18 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's always been ahead. But anyway, they look super cute on them. I just put little cute cotton pants underneath and cute white long sleeve shirts with polka dots underneath. Because they're tank top dresses. I made them for the summer to wear at the birthday party. So we didn't get any
pictures of them the other day at our Easter egg hunt?
I did, but they're not like worthy of like showing off the sweater. They're just for fun pictures of them, snapshots. But I have pictures of them in the sweater. I can put it on there. Yeah. So yeah, but anyway, just wanted to talk about that. They actually got to wear them, and they look super cute. And then the only other like personal thing I really wanted to mention was we were talking the other day. Since we started podcasting, we have made a lot of improvements on our knitting. Like we started podcasting and we just started knitting. Yeah. And I mean, we always did. We
always did some, but not this much.
But I always made kid sweaters and baby sweaters, and I would crank them out. Yeah. I'd make like, 10 a year or whatever. But I didn't make adult sweaters that often because, not that I was scared of them because I'd made plenty of them, but I would think about making an adult sweater and it'd be like, oh, I don't want to take on that project because it'll take me months. Well, I mean, how many adult sweaters did each of us make last year? Tons.
We figured it up one day, but we should write them down.
We just got...
We ought to have a journal and we should write them down.
Well, I have my binder that I keep all my stuff in. My pictures. I don't have a journal though.
I haven't taken as many pictures.
And I have been using my, Ravelry to, keep up my... And I put a few of your things on there too. You probably never looked, but...
I probably did not in Ravelry, no.
So, I'll put our Ravelry...
I will now.
Our Ravelry name up here at the end of the video. But if you ever want to see our projects, I try to keep that updated every couple of months. On stuff that we've made and, notes about it and our yarn we used and all that stuff and pictures. So, anyway, but I just wanted to mention that, like, I was proud of us. I was like, thinking about how many adult sweaters that you and I have.
And I never made
cast
that
on
many
and finished
adult sweaters
last
before.
year. I know, me either.
I made that old green one. I made Grandma one.
Years ago.
Years ago. I mean,
yeah,
maybe two or three as far as adults.
Ever in your whole
I never
lifetime.
wanted to tackle anything that big because I was always doing baby sweaters.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I was too.
Yeah.
I'd made adult sweaters, but...
Yeah, you'd made way more than me.
Well, no, but still I hadn't made... And I pretty much just made the same, like, 5 patterns over and over again.
Yeah, that's true. That same men's cardigan.
I didn't realize there was, like, Ravelry and there was, like, just thousands of these awesome sweaters.
I know.
And I didn't ever realize that I could make those.
Yeah.
I could get this pattern and I could make it.
Oh, we would look at color work stuff and think, oh.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. And I just, like, tried it one day and just...
Even I did it.
We can do it. Yeah. So if you're ever feeling like that, like, oh, I don't think I can knit a sweater, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just takes
just
trying it. Yeah. And then just knitting a lot makes you faster and makes you more confident. And then you're like, oh, well, I did this technique or I did this stitch on that pattern and then this other pattern, it calls for it. So maybe I'll make, you kind of jump like, oh, well, I did that on this pattern. So this pattern does that same thing, so I'll do this next, and then you learn something else on that, and then you do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you build on your skills.
Yeah, I never even heard of German short rows.
Me either. I never heard of short rows at all.
No.
And
never done any of that.
stranded color work, I'd never thought I could do it.
No.
I mean, that would be crazy to me to have all these different colors of yarn going at once, carrying them behind the yarn. And
I had done a little bit of that other, what do you call it, intarsia?
Intarsia.
I had done a little bit
I had tried, but I was horrible at it.
Yeah.
But
I did a little bit like that years ago on baby hats and stuff to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, I tried Intarsia, but I didn't know about blocking. So they looked lumpy.
It's too bad you can't just get all them back. And
Nah. That was years ago. Those kids wore those anyways. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
They probably got blocked just by wearing them and washing them so many times. But anyway, you just learn. So if you ever feel like I can't, all I can make is hats or scarves no, you can knit a sweater. So just try it. Just pick an easy sweater. Pick a stockinette in the round, top down. Start there.
That's the easiest.
Build on that. Because you can definitely knit that. If you can knit, you can make a sweater like that for sure. And if
if you know how to increase at all.
Or just, even if you don't.
It's really
These
easy.
days, all you have to do is get on YouTube and look up, like, if the pattern says SSK to decrease something, look up YouTube, SSK knitting. You'll figure it out. Somebody will have a tutorial on there.
And I still have to look up some of the simplest
I look up
things.
stuff all the time.
It's like,
every time I go to make one left or make one right in a pattern, I can never remember
I'd have to.
which way's which, and I always have to look it up. And German short rows, I know how to do it, but I'm never confident enough to do it. So I always look it up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So I YouTube for everything. Even if you're an experienced knitter, you do not have to be like too proud to look up something on YouTube.
Yeah.
I look everything up. So anyway.
I think everybody looks everything up on YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube's everything. Yeah. YouTube is everything.
Love it. I used to have to look at books, crochet books, and knitting books, picture diagrams, step by step, how to do it.
That would be so hard to. Yeah. So yeah, I guess if you 30 years ago trying to learn how to knit is totally different than now.
Yeah, it is.
It'd be a lot easier to learn now because you've got tutorial videos. So okay, I think that's everything that we had to talk about.
I think so.
So happy belated Easter. Easter was yesterday. Hope everybody had a good one. And hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks. But no promises. We'll see.
Maybe we'll have something done. I don't know.
Maybe. It's just hard to find a time that I'm not at home with the babies. It's hard to sneak away.
Yeah.
It is.
Daddy has to watch them.
Yeah. Which
they're asleep.
He's happy too, but they're asleep now. But Anyway, so hopefully see you in 2 weeks. If not, our usual 3-4 weeks. But we will keep you posted on the knitting the KAL. So yeah, if you're interested, please comment below, and I will follow up on that, and we'll do some more investigating if I need to. So, and there will be a price. So just if that helps.
They just do I don't know. There's something where you can
like a random number generator thing. I'll have to figure all that out.
Or if there's not that many, you can just put the numbers in a bowl like we do and just pick out.
We'll draw it
random.
on the podcast.
Yeah, do it on the podcast. Here it is. Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. That's it for us, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Okay, bye.
Bye.